What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger, my people. Y'all know the vibes by now. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. So the WNBA draft has concluded. We know Paige Beckers went one. Not many shocking surprises in the first round, but we did learn where the future South Carolina Gamecocks will go. On top of that, we also have a reunion with Hailey Van Lith teaming up with the Chicago Sky with her old college teammate Angel Reese. Did the Chicago Sky just become the villains of the WNBA? It's about to get real spicy in that locker room. So, like I predicted, man, Hailey Van Lith went in the first round at 11th to the Chicago Sky. And I want to say this, man. I know there was Lauren Betts as well as Olivia Miles that decided to come back to school that kind of helped boost some of these prospects. But Hailey Van Lith completely turned her pro career around at TCU, winning Player of the Year in the Big 12, leading them to a Big 12 title, regular season and tournament title, leading them to a tournament run, and just showing that she could be a complete point guard. It didn't work at LSU, and it wasn't because of Angel Reese. I do want to say Angel has completely just shown nothing but love to Hailey Van Lith and nothing but just praise, man. Even when she was getting cooked in the NCAA tournament, like Angel Reese took up for her. People blamed Angel Reese for when Marina Mabry left, and Marina Mabry set the record straight, letting people know that was not the case. Chicago Sky land Hailey Van Lith at 11th. I personally, all bias aside, think that she could be the steal of the draft. It was an emotional roller coaster year. She took that extra season, and it benefited her well, man. She was averaging career highs in assists, rebounds, scoring the ball at almost 19 points per game. And I think she just showed a lot to the scouts that she's ready for the WNBA level. I definitely think she fits a need at point guard. They need a point guard. They need a boost in the backcourt. They need three-point shooting. They need a competitor who will fight through defense, through physicality, somebody that won't get shook, somebody that can handle the rigors of being a professional athlete in the city of Chicago, where the fans are very loving but also can turn on you. I think she fits the culture. They're reestablishing a culture, new coach, new faces. You got Angel Reese coming back. You also have who they're building around another young player in Camille Cardoso, who I think is in for a big year. Hailey Van Lith in that pick and roll. Like, she's proven she can get to her spots. She has a really good mid-range game. She's a shot taker and a shot maker. And I think her personality as well as just her image and her reputation, her following, like it's gonna mesh really well with Chicago, man. It's gonna be like Chicago just got a lot more exciting to watch. I'm excited. I'm rooting for her, and I think Angel will be. She's obviously super ecstatic about having a familiar face join the locker room as well. Somebody that can hold her own, like how we saw Marina Mabry playing with that attitude. Like Hailey Van Lith is kind of cut from that same cloth as well. She ain't taking no BS. She will stand up for herself, and she's coming to play. I think she will be a better pro than she was a college player, just because of her shot making ability, shot creating, her ability to really get to the cup, finish through contact. Like she is a bully for a small guard. I just think the wide open WNBA game and the way this system is going to be implemented, she's going to be able to have the ball in her hands. If they need her to make shots, catch and shoot, she can do that. And I think she'll be a good entry passer to get these bigs the basketball as well, man. Chicago Sky did a really good job in the WNBA draft, so I got to salute to them. And then we also figured out where three of the Gamecocks will go as well, with Breezy Hall teaming up with Caitlin Clark, adding another defender. Man, you got Lexi Hall, you got Sophia Cunningham on that roster, and you're adding Breezy Hall, who I think, as deep as it is, she has a chance to make this roster just purely off her three-point shooting, which I think she will have a lot more open looks in the WNBA. And then her defense, man. She comes in as one of the best, I'd say top three best perimeter defenders in this draft, if not the best. So she's adding something. She's going to have to earn her worth and prove herself. But I think, we saw Bria Bill go through this, and they've been compared. I think her offense and her shooting are more advanced right now than Bria Bills were when she was coming into the league. So it's not that she's just a defensive specialist. That may get her on the court initially, but she also is a capable shooter as well. And I think her offensive game will continue to expand as well. Fever Nation is definitely hype about having her, and this is a player that Caitlin Clark is absolutely familiar with. that will be able to play that space and pace game. You got Stephanie White who demands defense and physicality, and you just add a long, lengthy guard that's super athletic, that's played a lot of meaningful games and understands what it takes to win a championship. She's coming from a winning culture. She's bringing that mindset and that mentality in. And the Fever are obviously in a win now situation. Like, they built this roster around Caitlin Clark. They are trying to compete for championships today. And I think Breezy Hall is a veteran player that gets them that helps contribute and get them to that level. The first South Carolina player off the board, no surprise, was Tahina Paopao to the Atlanta Dream, another organization that's built around Ron Howard that had some struggles last year, that battled through a lot of injuries, that have some upside, that do need a punch in the backcourt. Dana Paopao is the type of guard that can play the one. She can be a playmaker, a facilitator. She's good in the pick and roll, good decision maker, veteran player coming from South Carolina that's tough, hard nosed, that's going to guard. But she also can play off ball, man. She's one of the best 3-point shooting guards in this class, and that will translate. Shooting always translates. Shooting always translates. So I think that's something that could definitely get her on the court as well. And she's going into a situation with a young roster where they're trying to really find their identity, and she'll have time to not be thrown into the fire, but develop truly as a pro. She made some huge shots. She was a big, big addition for South Carolina in the transfer portal. And I think she has a chance to be a better pro as well, man. With a wide open game, with her versatility, with her commitment to defense. Like, Pal is legit. I'm excited to see how she fits in with Ron Howard and the rest of this group, with her shot making, with her leadership, with her poise. She was one of those vocal players in that huddle for South Carolina that really nurtured and coached the young players. She's like a coach on the floor. You know what you get with her. Like, you can trust her with the basketball. And trust that she will make good decisions and not, turn the ball over or take ill-advised shots. I mean, very unselfish player. Sania Feagin goes to the Sparks at 21, going to team up with Rakia Jackson and Cameron Brink. Sania Feagin also is in that category at number 21 to be a steal of the draft. When you talk about just an elite passer, really good post player that's waited her turn, played behind multiple first round draft picks, stuck out the process, trusted her process, and just continued to improve every season. The fact that she flashed that jump shot, like she can shoot it from three if she needs to, that'll be something she continues to develop. But the mid range, like her jump shot's pretty. It actually looks good. Like anytime she's shooting it, it looks like it's going in. I'm not gonna lie. She's an elite passer as well. Like she might be the best passing big in this entire draft. Court vision, delivery, accuracy, like elite. I think she is just scratching the surface on her game. She can be a paint protector, lockdown defender, blocking shots. She rebounds it well. That can definitely improve too with the timing and adding more explosiveness. But she runs the floor also really well. She doesn't take plays off, and she understands that she's a team player. She buys into the culture, and she's not all about me. And she didn't start for 3 years and still stuck it out and waited her turn, man. So it shows you the type of character that these South Carolina players are bringing in to these organizations, and Coach Don Staley has them prepared. We know guards haven't fared extremely well recently in drafts with South Carolina, but Tahina Paopao and Breezy Hall, I think, both have a chance to stick in the WNBA. So it was an exciting draft, man. I'm excited to see this rookie class make some noise. The sleepers, the gems, the underrated players that might not be talked about as much, man. We're going to see them in action. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments, though. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. This is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Until next time, we out.